Hi, I'm Paul with Autoscope. Behind me is a Porsche Cayenne S with a coolant leak. I've got a suspicion that it could be the coolant pipes underneath the intake manifold and possibly the water pump. So let's go ahead and take a look at that and see what we find. And here is our Porsche Cayenne with the coolant light that was on. Here's what we found. The water pump is right here behind the intake. It's right up here on top. And I should be able to get a light on it and you should be able to see it. Now you can see it moving right there just a little bit. That's got the belt on it. Now it should have no play whatsoever, and as you can see that there is some. So what we'll do is we'll get the intake off and then we can all take a look and see what's going on underneath. So we've got the intake off. It's much easier to see now. So here's our water pump pulley. And you can see the play that's in there. So we're going to get a couple more pieces removed and get that water pump replaced. Here's the old water pump that we just took off the Porsche Cayenne. This is the inside, the impeller. And what goes wrong on these typically is on the inside behind this impeller is a rubber seal. Now over time that rubber seal just breaks down and it allows water or coolant to pass through the pump to the bearings that are located right underneath this triangular shaped piece. What bolts to the triangular shaped piece is the pulley that actually runs off the fan belt, and what happens is when that coolant gets into the bearings, it just causes them to rust. You get water or coolant on metal bearings, and over time they rust, and once they do, they fail internally. It forms too much play in there, and that is where the leak comes from. So I just wanted to take a moment to show that to you. Here's another shot of our Cayenne engine. We've got the plastic hoses removed, as well as the hose, the larger one that we couldn't see earlier that goes from here in this direction. That's removed as well. This cylindrical item here in the middle is a starter. It's a very difficult place to get to. But you can see that there is some coolant down in there leaking. It came out here at the fixture. Those plastic hoses will be replaced with the aluminum upgrade unit shortly. We're back with our Porsche Cayenne. I just wanted to show you the lower coolant hose is now installed. Obviously replaced with a metal one. It's aluminum. That'll hold up much better than the rubber one that comes from the factory. I've got the other coolant pipes right here. Those will be installed here shortly once the thermostat housing is reinstalled. There's a look and we'll revisit it once those pieces are on. Looking at the engine again from the front to the back, here's the newly installed water pump, thermostat assembly, and the aluminum coolant hoses. Here we are, everything's put back together. This is the intake manifold, and the coolant pipes run directly beneath that, and the new water pump is located here beneath the intake.